be the one. Alright, 明日の地球を投げ出せないから be the light, be the light.
Hey you guys, what is going on here? It's yours truly, the real Sakurai, and today we are going to be doing another reaction to, this time, something that crossed my mind a minute, because I'm interested in what other people think about this whole thing, because as you don't know, you probably don't know, this past couple of days I've gone through so many idiots, talking about how the Black Panther, isn't really all that to be hyped over. Me, as far as, as my race is concerned, black people, we shouldn't be giving this movie so much hype, and then everything else being kicked to the side when we do that in the first doggone place. So that argument isn't really valid, because we do that with a lot of things if it doesn't pique our interest regardless. So I don't even know why that man would say that, but I unfriended him. Then there was another confrontation with one dude. I'ma just say that the people really seem to try and just tear down my joy and happiness. I can't even talk right now because, well, when can I ever talk properly? I can't even talk right now because I'm just thinking about it. Like, stuff like that just upsets me, and it gets me to to think of sad thoughts. But anyway, as we're gonna be doing.
That's sick. I'm gonna go see this by myself without my kids. They gonna be so mad.
The two trailers are so good. I already know it's gonna be a hit.
By the way, this is Adults React that I'm looking
Wait.
at.
Oh, is it Black Panther? Ah, yes! Oh my god, I'm so excited for this movie. Black Panther! Yes!
What do you know about Wakanda?
Ugh, I love Martin Freeman.
I literally had a t-shirt custom made just so I can make sure I wear it for the premiere of this movie.
It's a third world country. Textiles, shepherds, cool outfits, all front.
I'm so excited.
Yours have searched for it.
Oh, yes.
Called it El Dorado.
Visually, that's so stunning.
They looked for it in South America. But it was in Africa the whole time.
Marvel Comics in Africa, what?
I'm the only one who's seen it. And made it out alive.
I'm so hyped.
This is the one that everybody wants to see.
Ah! Yes! Dude!
My girl Danielle is in it from The Walking Dead.
Oh. And then, the city looks so cool.
The world is changing.
I'm gonna go see this by myself without my kids. They gonna be so mad!
And the conquerors.
This looks really cool.
Oh, that's my husband.
You can scoop me up.
And it's hard for a good man.
Yeah!
A king.
It's pretty badass.
It looks so action-packed.
The effects and everything, my goodness. This is crazy.
Nice soundtrack too. Yeah.
I feel it's gonna be one of the best Marvel movies.
Kendrick Lamar does the soundtrack, I believe. So it's gonna be good music. It's great actors in there.
He was like my favorite comic book character as a kid. And the fact that he's finally getting the movie, it's like, oh my gosh, I lived long enough to see this movie. I'm so happy.
Right.
I have seen God.
Oh, they're doing okay. They're doing the whole thing.
I've
Good.
seen men build weapons.
They make it look like it's like a different world.
It is.
I know like nothing about Black Panther, so I kind of want to see this now so I get a little bit more of the story.
How much more are you hiding?
The soundtrack gets you so hyped.
I already like the music. Whoever's in charge of the music is doing A+.
We are home.
The cast seems like such a solid cast.
My son, it is your time.
Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be.
I like the shape.
Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
Ah! Awesome! That's sick! What?
How do you just drop out of a ship and throw those so nonchalant?
It's so, the wardrobe is so good, it's so different.
They make their villains really hot, and it's hard to dislike them.
What happens now
It's intense.
determines what happens.
Oh, he's got like an Iron Man thing, and like
Rest of the world.
the suit comes on.
Dude, they just leave you wanting more. Like, what's gonna happen?
This one looks cool too. It has 2 different villains.
How many bad guys are in this film?
I think like there's only 2 at this
Like,
point.
I'm talking, like, I'm gonna have heart palpitations watching this movie.
Same.
Like, I'm gonna need a medic.
All right, I'm into it.
I don't know if there's a better description than just wow.
The 2 trailers are so good. I already know it's gonna be a hit.
So those are trailers for the upcoming film Black Panther.
I'm super excited.
How does this movie look?
The movie looks amazing.
As a kid, I was really big into X-Men, Captain America. I never read this one, so this one's kind of cool because it's like introducing a whole new character for me that I never even knew when I was growing up.
The cast is basically mostly all African American or African.
Thank
so
you.
I think that's a nice spin on it.
I just see my people on
Thank
screen
you.
and I'm like, it's a Marvel, my people on screen?
Thank
It's
you.
Marvel? I gotta go see it.
So this film is drawing comparisons in
See-
a way to
see,
last
that-
year's
that was-
Wonder
that was my
Woman, as
whole-
both did not feature a white male lead, as many recent superhero movies have.
That was like my favorite movie of 2017.
Wonder Woman went on to become a huge success, both critically and financially, and Black Panther already has drawn rave reviews and broke the MCU record for the most pre-sale tickets in its first 24 hours.
No way!
Yes.
So what do you think it means for these films to not just be made, but to be a success?
I think it's amazing because the thing about Hollywood is it's entirely run upon money. They're afraid to cast the non-stereotypical white, mid-20s, whatever
Yep.
male to be their lead because they're worried it won't make money. So if things like this and things like Wonder Woman are successful and they do get all of this traction, it just means bigger and better things for everybody.
It means a lot, and I think it speaks to the progress that we are making in society, even though there still is quite a ways to go.
The
Right.
more you represent everyone, the less it's going to be as much of a big deal, which I feel like is good.
If you put the right people in the right roles that haven't been represented before, and it starts making money, that opens doors for everyone else.
I just
Exactly.
hope that it just stands on the merit of what it is and that we just find more great stories that doesn't feature people of color always have a drug problem or the typical white person comes into the black person's neighborhood, saves the day.
So there has been a lot of conversation on the social impact potential of this film, where it's a lead superhero who is black, which has not usually been the case. Have you seen this as an issue with superhero movies or in blockbuster movies in general?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as a kid, like, superheroes were my obsession, and it was amazing for me to get to sit in the seats and be like, wow, like, I could be Captain America. It's awesome to finally have representation where, like, a little black kid can watch Black Panther and be like, holy shit, like, that's awesome. That could be me.
I wish that I had something like this that I could have gone to the movies and seen, especially, you know, being a young black girl in America. I felt like, okay, somebody like me will never really be a leader.
That movie Hancock that Will Smith was in, it was like, okay, well, he's like an anti-hero, but the fact that it was like a black lead role as like a hero, people were kind of like, that's not usually like the Superman or the Batman. There's more than just white guys that can be heroes.
It goes just beyond like race. I mean, like LGBTQ characters, like there's not a lot of representation for people outside of like the societal norm. All these little details that they're leaving out like creates this perception of reality that's untrue.
I think of like Wesley Snipes and Blade, and I think of, you know, other movies. It's kind of like people saying that women haven't also been represented when you go back to like Alien and you got Sigourney Weaver and Ripley. But you're right, it hasn't been one of those things where it's been dominant. I group them all together as just the heroes, the state of
PC culture and everything else right now makes me feel like my brain isn't right by thinking that way.
Very specifically, people have been discussing the importance this film can have for today's youth. Notably, a man named Frederick Joseph raised over $30,000 in Harlem specifically for kids there to be taken to the movie when it comes out.
That's fucking awesome.
It's awesome that people are taking the time, to raise money to get these kids to be able to see, and hopefully it inspires them.
So why do you think having a lead hero like Black Panther can impact the next generation?
Because it's important for everyone to feel like they have someone to relate to.
It's about goal setting and dreaming and realizing that it's attainable and that there's not this ceiling that they can't break through.
We still live in a time where there's still a divide, and it's important for youth to grow up and see, hey, I can be anything I want to be.
When I was, 5 or 6, my sister took me to go see Superman. It was fascinating, it was great, but it was, just like the regular, white man saves the day. It has to be another side, and now 40 years later, it's like, wow, you got this Black Panther movie, and it's just like, everything comes full circle.
So finally, Black Panther releases on February 16th. Where do you think this film will ultimately rank among the MCU movies?
It's hard to tell where it's going to rank because I haven't seen it, but just judging by the trailer, I'm gonna say it's gonna be in definitely like the top 2 or 3 for me.
This will be, the biggest movie for Marvel ever.
This will definitely be top 3 for me. I can feel it.
It's gonna be pretty high. If it's not all it's cracked up to be, I'm going to my grave with that it is.
I'm worried it's gonna be overshadowed by Infinity War, but I think personally it's gonna stay like solid top 3, top 5. I'll be there camping out in my little tent if people did that anymore.
Thanks for watching this episode of Adults React.
Subscribe. We've got new episodes on.
That's literally all my whole point that I made during these past 3 days. The point that I was trying to make to some idiots online on my dog on Facebook. And you know what? That goes back to what I said on Twitter, that maybe I should just delete my Facebook page. Or just ignore everybody that's on it, because I feel like the moment I start speaking how I feel and the truth, the more bullshit and idiots I attract. You heard it first. I'm not the only one that thinks about that like thinks like this. The whole point that this movie existing is to uplift and bring a much more and better positive outlook on black people. And there's a lot of us who are black who like to think in this boxed way of thinking that this is somehow bad. I don't even give a doggone right now. The people like James Hawkins, Willie, they know who they are. And whatever the hell that other guy's name was, he wasn't black. He was Caucasian, but it doesn't matter. And the other I'm talking about, y'all need to open your brain. Open your brain. Because he literally just said it. Yeah, sure. Although, the black lead roles that, existed, like Blade and all that, it doesn't compare to this. This is more dominant. You just heard it. I don't know what else you want. What else could you possibly want? You just don't. That's all it is. Like, a lot of people just don't want something good to happen. Finally, they wanted to just continue the way that either continue or just have it die fully. Just have it, kill itself, poison itself, which is what it's doing. And when I mean it, I mean the whole deal with the black community and all that. Like a good majority of us just wants the whole thing to just die. Even though they're claiming that they still want to fight for it, but yet you don't want to do anything like this. You don't want outside help to do it, because you clearly think that, you know, people of color can do it themselves when it's literally been shown and proven that we only care for ourselves. And we like to take the food from the table that's for all of us. That's for all of us. And keep it for ourselves and not share it. You know? It just doesn't make any sense. It's dumb, it's stupid, it's played out, and it doesn't make any sense. So for the few of you, and I'm gonna put this on my Facebook, for the few of you who are friends with me that think that way, unfriend me right now. Don't talk to me. Don't try to say hi to me. You see me anywhere else, go the other way. Yeah, at this point, I'm not even for y'all no more. I'm not for y'all no more. This was it. This was the eye opener that I needed to see. But regardless of all that, I am gonna go and enjoy this movie. I'm gonna be inspired by this movie, and I'm gonna take a positive moral outlook on this movie, regardless of the fact whether it's a fictional story, James Hawkins, or whether it has just whether the majority of the cast is entirely black and it's only 2 white people. Will Pugh, wherever the hell his name is. And so in your eyes, it's technically not a black movie because it has only 2 white people in it, which doesn't make any sense. And I'm gonna take pride in this and be happy that this movie is finally existing. You know who you are. Y'all know who y'all are. It's a shame that I had to even make a video like this, but my mind has been on solely this. It hasn't been on anything else. I really want to get back to my work and all my other projects, but I had to get this off my chest. For those of you who want to know why I just did this, I had to get this off my chest because it was eating me up inside. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go watch Black Panther, and you can watch the original video. This is FBE for the channel that made this video of these adults reacting to it. I'm not the only one that thinks like this. Enjoy this movie. Take some positivity out of it and just don't question shit. Stop picking apart shit. Just enjoy the damn movie. That's all I gotta say. Till then, this has been The Real Sakurai, and I will see you guys next time. I'm out.